They think we're stupid. Oh my goodness. So I gotta be honest with you, this is probably the craziest thing that I've seen on live television thus far, to date, okay, with this administration. Because you have Carolyn Leavitt, right? And she's on Fox News. Fox News, right wing, easy conversations, layups, just fluff pieces. That's what you're expecting. And when the anchors are saying, well, Trump, he has 30 days to do what he's doing in D.C. because, with a congressional approval, Trump has already said on record that he can do it if he declares it as a state of emergency.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your federalization of the police has a 30-day limit unless Congress acts to extend it. Are you talking to Congress about extending it, or do you believe 30 days is sufficient?
Well, if it's a national emergency, we can do it without Congress, but we expect to be to Congress before Congress very quickly.
So that's more than likely what Trump is going to do. We've seen Trump abuse the state of emergency before to do other things. But nevertheless, she's talking about this and she brings up the crime stats. She's like, well, I've been hearing that there are numbers such as 35 and 30% that the crime has been going down by like 30%. But I'm also hearing conflicting numbers, and so if you can let us know if those numbers are accurate.
Caroline, I know that the president can do this for 30 days if he notifies the right committees in Congress, which he did. There were some stories the Democrats were spreading the narrative. We don't need the National Guard in there because crime has gone down around 30%, 26%, I think, this past year, and 35% the year before that. And then we heard those numbers might be inaccurate. They might be false. And some people were let go or they were suspended, right, Brian, from their jobs because of it. Can you clear that up for us? Are those numbers correct?
Now, I want everyone to understand. The pretext for the troops going to D.C. is that crime is rampant, okay? They don't know what they're doing. You can't walk the street without being mugged, without being, gunshot all over the place. Just a hellhole. That's how they frame D.C.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back.
And that's why they're like, hey, we got to get the troops in there, okay? That's what they've been telling us. Now, that being said, all Carolyn has to do is to simply say, well, those numbers aren't accurate. The crime is way higher than that. It's historical highs of what's going on. But that's not what she does. And I'll give her credit to an extent, okay? To an extent, because how she follows it up is mind-numbingly just crazy, okay? It's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But she goes on and says that those numbers are accurate and that they're proud of the efforts that have been made.
Yeah, these numbers are absolutely correct, and we will continue to provide the American public and the press with the numbers because we're proud of these efforts.
What?
Now, from this point on, pretend you have a smooth brain, okay? Pretend you're watching Fox News, you're in your 80s or whatever, complete smooth brain, and you're just wanting to hear what you want to believe, or what you should believe for that matter. Because she follows it up with something that I nearly fell out of my chair, okay, when I heard her say. She then tries to blame Democrats for the crime. And I'm like, how do you blame Democrats if the crime, you just admitted, the crime is down?
Come on now, dawg.
So she's saying there would be, people all over the streets, criminals all over the streets, if it wasn't for this administration.
If the Democrats had their way, there would be hundreds more criminals roaming free in the streets of the District of Columbia right now. There would be hundreds of more illegal aliens who this task force has already detained and arrested, and now they are focused on deporting from our country. Those individuals would remain in the District of Columbia, where they would have been free to do more harm.
But I'm like, you just said that the crime was down. What do you mean? Crime would be rampant because of Democrats if they got their way. The crime is down. You just confirmed it on national television.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
She proceeds to then give us the synopsis of Minority Report, okay? Whereas, hey, you don't know how many crimes could have been committed, okay? They could have done a whole bunch of heinous things. You don't know, all right? So you don't know how many crimes that we actually, in fact, prevented.
And that's not counting all of the would-be criminals that may have committed violent crimes and maybe taken the lives of law-abiding residents of this city, if not for the deterrence.
I'm placing you under arrest for the future murder of Sarah Marks and Donald Dubin that was take place today, April 22nd.
This is what I fear they're going to be doing with the crime stats. They are going to be cooking les books, okay? Chef Boyardee Dum Dum in the Oval Office is going to be stirring the pot, bruh, and making up stuff. What he's going to do, mark my words. Now, albeit I am being a bit, satirical, but I don't find this out of the realm of possibility where he makes another column. Hell, he makes another report of prevented possible crimes, right? The PPC, okay? The prevented possible crimes. And it goes over a bunch of crimes that were prevented, okay? Had they had not, arrested the person, like future crimes, where he said, hey, this person has a criminal record. If we had let him, gotten out, he could have done this, this, and this. We're counting that under our crime stats. This is the type of Machiavellian deceit that I'm expected to come from this administration, because we see that they have no problem just telling the truth in certain cases and then following it up with like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs logic. That's literally what she did. No, those stats are right, but Democrats are to blame. That's why Trump is sending in the troops, because we have to stop future crimes. That's the gist of what she said. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's very interesting that there seems to be deafening silence from the crowd who's all about more freedom, okay? Freedom, God bless America. Okay, you can't do that in the other countries because they don't have the United States Constitution. And we're having just federal soldiers walking around, okay? There's a video of this lady jogging and federal soldiers are just walking on the strip. Like, does this seem, in all honesty, does this seem like this is a good use of our tax dollars? Does it seem like this is a good use of, I don't know, the law enforcement there? Call me crazy, but I don't think it is. Does it seem like it's a good use of federal soldiers to bulldoze homeless encampments? Does that seem like a good use of federal soldiers? I don't know. Call me crazy. It doesn't. Not to me. So I just want people to just be aware of what's going to be, what is in the future. All right. I'm no Nostradamus, but I feel like given everything that he's doing with the soldiers and ICE and everything, he's definitely going to have those numbers cooked where he's going to say, hey, we prevented crime by like 1,000,000%. That's what we did. That little, the DC's being there, for the 30 days, prevented crime, people, it's now Wakanda right now for white people in DC. That's what I believe he's going to do some cuckoo for Cocoa Puff stuff, bruh. Because what do you say to a group of people who you can lie and tell the truth to at the same damn time? Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you believe Lucas. You have to give her credit because she told the truth. She told the truth, and she is truthful, is that the Democrats, they want crime. That's what they want. Or if you didn't believe, you know what? I get it. That's always been the running narrative, even with Tuberville talking about Democrats want to give criminals reparations. So I understand. I get where your headspace is coming from. I just don't think it's beneficial to this country. That's just me. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me. Thursday through Saturday, Disagreement Day. You can call in and we will duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this and subscribe. And that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
I'm placing you under arrest for the future murder of Sarah Marks and Donald Dubin that was take place today, April 22nd.